Folks, check it out. This is the brand new version of the Ronin. Check that out. Let's get a close-up of some of those details. Kind of faint, but you can see that Ronin symbol there, or the Damn Design symbol rather. This one's in PEI. Now let's get a look at the plate set. Pretty unique with this indented kind of cross look here. And there I've got a version of the other plate set and the other shell. Take a look at that there. Very pretty looking, very lightweight, very nice. And there are the other plates. So you can see they've got that little target and then that same cross cutout. Right, compared to that original Ronin.
Gorgeous to look at. It does function right away. As you can see, I'm using it as a slider, but there are still some really kind of foundational key pieces here that are needed before this guy's ready for release. Sometimes when I go to connect these, I can feel the two sides of the shell connecting before the plates.
Far and above in terms of performance, in terms of feel, still very thick. Let's compare it to my V5, which maybe isn't fair. The Compiform pieces are very slender. Sharky, you see. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm doing this outside, and I don't have all my collection to compare it to here, but this is actually a slider I'd like to keep in my collection. The original Ronin had some issues with the fact that the plates were not edge to edge, and the shell came down further than the plates, and so it created an experience where you almost couldn't even move it. This is definitely an improvement. So you've got the edge-to-edge plates, and they've got this this curvature to the edges that gives it kind of this fun, unique feel. But it's not without its imperfections. You know, I think, like I said, it's a little thicker than some sliders. And these can be a little maybe sharp feeling right around these corners. And so occasionally it'll get caught. As you're turning, it's not as smooth, and your finger will get caught on that. But it's actually one that I enjoy. I want to keep in my collection. Luckily, Adrian was nice enough to send this to me, and he's going to let me keep it after Ashley gets a chance to also review. But this is really nice. Now, the two different plate sets as well, if you can look in here, this one has magnets on the outer edge, two larger magnets, and then two smaller magnets on this inner edge, versus this plate set that has them just straight up and down. Now, because of the plate curvature, you can see the distance of that magnet to that outer edge is pretty significant, about another magnet's width. And so doing any sort of laddering with that kind of causes it to fall apart. So, you know, I told Adrian, I instructed him to maybe do without this plate set. I think he said that this was already available as an option anyway, but I would definitely say that this plate set is my favorite, the hybrid. Now, I was also worried about this screw, which is larger than a regular T8 to get in there, so it's a larger screw for sure. But he said that the final version will have a brass insert in there to keep that from stripping out or causing this to crack over time. So overall, I like this slider. You know, sometimes sliders can be, I know it sounds crazy, but you get a slider that's maybe too perfect or it doesn't have kind of a quirkiness about it. For instance, my Boo Boo Boy from Fidget Boy is one of my thickest sliders that I have, and it's one of my favorites to mess around with because it's not your conventional slider, and it's got something a little different about it. So I've really enjoyed this one. Appreciate Adrian sending it along to let me, you know, give it a test run and try it out for you guys and show you what kind of changes he's made. Very cool, very good slider. And then I'll have to check, I'll put it in here in the review, what this is, if it's just titanium or what this is made out of. But I really like the look of this as well, and I think that looks pretty slick. I think these work really well as grips and feel really good on the thumb and finger. So, shout out to Damn Designs for sticking with it and, you know, delivering a really good product. He has not given up on the Ronin, and I'm glad he didn't. This is a lot of fun, and I think you guys will enjoy it too. So there we go, folks. That is the V2, maybe V3 of the Ronin from Dan Designs. Thanks.